Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. Kind of a gray day here in my world. Started off with a little bit of rain this morning and that just made it muggier. We're getting these, we're in a weird weather pattern these days, although we did have some nice weather last night. And speaking of weather, I'm kind of excited. Over the weekend, can't remember if I mentioned this in yesterday's video or not. I was a little bit as close as I come to stress, and that's why I don't do stress on Saturday. I woke up thinking like, wow, I've got to make a move in 1 month and I don't know where I'm going. And that's a pain in the butt when you have to make decisions under the gun. I don't like to do things like that because when I find out the next house I have in this area, I want what I'm looking for. I don't want to just choose quickly because I am going to do the Airbnb, and I need a certain quality of house, and I'm going to do stuff for healthy vacations. So the next step is important, but got a nice backup plan that presented itself. My roommate, not my last roommates who just left about a month ago, but the roommate before that, who had been with me for about a year, is living up in a little mountain town right now, and he said it's beautiful up there. Actually his landlord's a farmer, and he is, and he's got a place with a second bedroom. That's my backup plan. If I don't find something before I leave, I can always go there. Great place, and it's not like, actually I'm kind of hoping maybe I don't find anything and I do go spend a couple of months up there. Second backup plan is a possible house sit of a fabulous looking property. Now, I'm not even going to think about this one or get my hopes up. If I was to get this one, the views would be amazing. The spaces for doing yoga, and depending on a few circumstances, I might possibly offer a few quick getaways down here to this place. But anyhow, the subject today is weight gain. And just let me say from the beginning, because somebody might take the title in a certain different way. Today I'm talking about good weight gain for me, and I'm talking about solid weight gain. But what you might be able to take from this is just looking at my process. If you're trying to lose weight, it still could be of interest to you because just my process and some things you can learn on clean eating and manipulating your body weight through clean eating. I don't like to just like garbage add weight. I think if you've watched any of my videos, you've probably heard me from the beginning kind of complain about putting on weight. I don't know, this was the first lifestyle that just really worked for me as far as like keeping weight off, taking weight off. And just a quick recap, when I first came to this lifestyle, I don't know, I didn't put the brakes on, and I just I got way too skinny. Got self-conscious. I hated looking at myself, looking like a crackhead walking around, every time I'd catch a view of myself. So I built myself back up. Now, the first time I decided to put weight on, made a really concentrated effort. I wasn't that far into this lifestyle, didn't know that much. And as this says, this is, you can take lessons out of this if you're raw vegan or whether you're just high carb. Now, what I first did, and I totally don't recommend this, even if you do eat cooked food, is I just started eating lots of starches, and I put olive oil on it, like potatoes, and lots of potatoes and olive oil, because at that point in where I was on my journey, I just thought, okay, I'm still eating vegan and I'm eating clean. I don't really do the oil anymore. That's neither here nor there. That's for you to decide. I don't get into the oil versus no oil discussions, but that was not a good, I did gain weight, but I tended to be a little softer around the midsection. What I'm trying to do now, what I've talked about in numerous videos and failed at, is I'm trying to just gain a little bit of solid weight. I'm 52. I'm not trying to get huge. I do go to the gym. I work out. I wouldn't mind adding just a little bit of quality muscle. I'm not trying to get huge. I would just like to add, like I say, I'm probably, and I'll officially give a weight in about a month when I go to the States, because my mom's got a doctor's scale at her house. But I'd just like to put on maybe a solid 8-10 pounds. And I think I can do that. The last week or so, I've gotten, I've kind of figured a few things out just by default, just by them happening. Is that the reason I haven't been able to sustain any weight gain, no matter, going to the gym, eating more, is I haven't been consistent on keeping my calories up. I'll keep them up for a while, and then I'll go through a period where I'm a little bit low. And it kind of evens itself out. I don't go too low, to where I'm restricting or anything, but that's that extra 300 or 400 calories here and there that's keeping me from putting on a little solid healthy weight. So I've been making an effort the last week, 10 days of every day get, like, my number's around 3,000 calories because calories do count to a certain extent. I guesstimate my calories, so it's only my process. You have to find that number that keeps you at about the same weight and just play with it little bits to lose, little bits to gain. But I'm going to stick on that, and I'm going to consistently keep getting. I got to always get 3,000 calories because I feel like I just, I lose a little bit. At least I'm holding 3,000. I bump it up, 3,300, 34, 35. I don't want to go much. I don't want to take too big of a jump because I want to stay solid. Now, another reason I want to put a little bit of weight on is it's not a vanity thing or just so I can look better, look more full. Although I do kind of looking a little bit more full. I think anytime we can look a little healthier, and that is just my opinion, and not look so scrawny that people tend to listen to what you say a little bit more instead of just, well, look at the scrawny vegan over there. But a lot of the reason I'd like to put on a little bit of weight is as I'm aging, like you get older, like I don't have much extra here. Like I think sometimes like a good shot to the ribs, like if I was in a car wreck or if I took a fall or if I took something like that, I don't have any extra padding to help me. And I saw a statistic not a good while back talking about how actually underweight people have a higher rate of dying because of things like that, not because heart disease, cancer or anything, but because they don't have any padding for the internal organs. So for a number of reasons, I want to put on a little bit of solid weight, and this time I'm going to be dedicated to keeping the calories up, doing the work and doing it. Now what you might, like I say, what you're going to take from this is whatever. I don't know. Just you can watch my process. I'll keep telling you if I'm getting my calories in. You can see if I'm adding a little bit of healthy weight, and I'll tell you what I weigh when I get to the States. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I think a lot of the stuff out there people talk about weight loss, gaining weight, losing weight, this lifestyle is bullshit. It's like justifying things that they can't do in their lives, because I'm going to tell you, and that's where I'm going to finish. And I've said this one over and over and over and over. It's not like somebody might out there might be tempted to say, well, yeah, screw you. You probably were always somebody that had that great metabolism. No. I was a fat kid. I was heavier, hefty, going through college, big linebacker looking dude. Always had to work to lose weight in my life. Always had to work to lose weight. But I've found I can control myself a little bit more on this lifestyle. So anyway, just watch, take what you can, whatever, and apply it to what you're doing. But this is a lifestyle, like I'm just going to finish with this, and for this time I'm finishing for sure. If your weight's not where you want it to be, chances are that's why you need to write things down. Then you can go in and try to really dig and figure out why, because I'm going to say most of the time you're fooling yourself. If your weight is not what you want it to be on this, it's probably because you're doing something wrong. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. We know when we know. We learn when we learn. But anyhow, just something to think about to start the week off. Hope you guys like this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I wish you a beautiful week. Peace.